What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button, and if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate the support. But over the last couple weeks, I've been getting a lot of questions on how I actually price my phones on eBay. So whether you're going to resell your phone on eBay or whether you're just looking to sell a used phone, whatever it may be, you want to know the value of the phone you actually have in your hand. So with that said, today I'm going to be walking through 3 different phones that I have here and exactly how I would price them, looking at some eBay sold listings. So with that said, let's get into the video. So as you guys can see, we hopped into my computer because I'm going to be showing you exactly what I do when a potential seller of a phone comes to me, and I have to figure out what price I'm willing to offer to them to be able to buy that phone and make a profit. And if you guys don't know, I like to make between about $80+ every single phone, just based on the value of my time. So the first phone I have here today, I'm just going to be using my phone as the example because I don't have too many in stock, just because I've been able to sell a bunch of them that I've had, so I have low inventory right now. But this is an iPhone 7 rose gold 128GB AT&T. So this is basically as simple as it's going to get. So let me show you exactly what I'm going to be doing. So in the eBay search bar, you're just going to go to your eBay and you're going to type in exactly the specs of the phone. So as I said, it was an iPhone 7 128GB AT&T, and it's not AT&T unlocked, it's just AT&T. So as we can see here, I'm going to go down and we're going to click used, because obviously it's used, it's not brand new or anything like that. I'm going to select the color. It was rose gold, and AT&T is the color. And then the final step is you have to click the sold listing. So as over here, we can see Apple iPhone 7 128GB rose gold. And these are obviously all phones that's sold. So it's going to give you a good value of exactly what you should be selling your phone for on the eBay platform. So let's see, about 400, 515, which is a bit high. I don't know why it's sold that high. These are 7 pluses. So 350. 370. See, this one's unlocked, so we couldn't really value that one. 325. This seems about accurate because that's a bid. 325, 350, 340. So with that said, you guys can do like a thing where one thing you guys can do is kind of take 5 phones that are exactly the same of what you're doing, average the prices out. So take all the prices, add them up, divide by 5, and that's the price you should be willing to sell the phone for, what you should be able to get for it on eBay. So here I'm just going to kind of guesstimate, but I should make about $350 on this phone. So iPhone 7, 128GB AT&T. There's no cracks or anything, so I don't have to worry about that. So with that said, $350. So now I'm going to go to my seller and kind of figure out what price. So it's $350. You have to take into consideration the eBay fee, which is 10%. So let's say that's what, $35. So $350 minus $35 is $315. And then I want to, whatever I subtract is going to be my profit. So I like to make about $100. So with that said, I should be looking to buy this price about $220 for this exact spec of the phone. And it might seem low to you guys, but it's actually a reality check. If you want to make money, it really depends on you. I like to make about $100 a phone, and you might not be able to find $100 to make on this exact phone in your town. But if you can buy for $250, that's 50 plus, that's $65. And if you're a beginner, that's a lot of money. That's a great way to get into the industry and start getting some capital and growing your kind of inventory and amount of money you have to go buy and sell some other phones. So $65 is good. But for me, once you get more advanced, you'll recognize that you value your time a little bit higher, and a phone might, and then you're going to be looking for higher prices on that phone. So now we're going to get into the second one. This is an iPhone 8 Plus, brand new. I'm just going to assume that it's sealed. It's not sealed, but just for the case of this video, let's do a brand new one. So it's an iPhone 8 Plus, 64GB T-Mobile. So now let's get back into it. So iPhone 8 Plus, 64GB T-Mobile. As we can see here, we're going to go and select all our listings. So here, T-Mobile, we're going to click that. You want to click new because it is sealed. If it wasn't sealed, but it hasn't been used, like the plastic is on it, I'd click new other, just because obviously it's just a technicality in eBay. I would never select new if it's open, because new and eBay considers is considered as it's like never been touched, like plastic still sealed in box. So you can't really do that. So as we can see here, obviously we're assuming this one's sealed. So this is, oh, I have to click, yeah, I have sold listings clicked. And now we can start looking at them. iPhone 8 Plus, space gray, the exact same color, $750. iPhone 8 Plus, $670. This one, $660. This one is $750. As you guys can see here, this is a brand new phone, but I honestly wouldn't sell this. As you can see, it's obviously not in the box anymore, so I don't think they listed it right at brand new. They might get away with it, but I would always, if it's like opened and it's been used once, you kind of have to select it as used. It won't affect the price too much. Don't like stress over it. It might affect it by 20, 30 bucks, honestly. So I'd rather list the item correctly than have and take a $20 less profit than actually getting it returned because I did miss some stupid little technicality in it, and then I'm gonna have to pay for shipping, and ultimately you're gonna have to pay more than what you actually thought. So $760 again. So overall it's between $650 and $750. So honestly, I'd average it at like $720. So I'd be looking to sell this phone about $720. So on the market, again, these are kind of tougher phones to buy, but I have somebody that I work with that just been a repeat customer for me, and I buy iPhone 8 Pluses brand new sealed for $400. So I'm making about 220 bucks total minus fees on that. So, but looking at technically what you should be buying this phone for, so $750. Let's assume $700 you're gonna sell it for on eBay. So it's 70 bucks would be the 10% profit. So you're at $630. And then you just have to subtract whatever you want. So it's like $100. So you should be buying this phone for technically about $600 if you want about 100 plus profit on it. And anything below that, you're just going to be making a profit. So if you can find one like this, just be cautious with brand new phones, I have to say. A lot of people will give them to you and then they'll file an insurance claim saying it was lost. And then it turns into bad IMEI when you already sold it on eBay. And then you're going to have to take the hit because it's a bad IMEI, and you're probably just going to make your money back because an iPhone 8 Plus like this one with the bad ESN will probably go for about $400 or $500. So if you buy it for around that price, you're probably just going to get your money back. So just be cautious with that. Have that bill of sale, and then you can avoid this all. That's what I love about that bill of sale. Something I always stress with you guys is use that bill of sale. It'll protect you against any liabilities with the phone or going wrong in the future. And it just kind of helps you legally on every aspect of phone flipping. And the last one is something more applicable probably you're going to find. So this is an iPhone 6S. It is cracked. It is, I believe it was 32 gigabytes and it was T-Mobile. So let's look at this. iPhone 6S, 32 gigabyte T-Mobile. And then I'm going to type in cracked. So as you can see here, it's obviously going to, all these phones are going to be sold as like parts only. So iPhone 6S, let's see here. See if we can refine it. I don't know if you can. So we can't select 6S, but so this was an iPhone 6S, 32 gigabyte T-Mobile, bad ESN crack. So mine's not even bad ESN, it's just cracked. Perfectly good. iPhone 6S, 32 gigabyte. Let's try to find one of these. So here we go. iPhone 6S, 32 gigabyte T-Mobile cracked, clean as ESN. So it basically just means the phone's cracked. This is pretty much the exact same thing. The screen's cracked, but nothing's wrong with it. It's clean ESN. So about 150. This one again, 150, 146. This one sold for a little bit less. So there's only about 2 listings that I really see here. So honestly, I should be getting about 150. These were sold January 6th to January 9th. So the phone might have devalued a little bit, but I'd expect about 120 to 130. So something like this, it's going to be hard to buy, but if you can find it, you should be buying it for about 20 bucks on an iPhone 6S. You just have to leverage the fact that it is cracked and it is a older generation phone. One thing I like to always portray in a phone that's so old and it's cracked is that you have to think about how many phones have come after that, and every single new phone that comes out after that devalues it. Like you have to think about a 6S, and then there was a 6S Plus, and then the 7 Plus, 8, 10. You have to really show the seller of the phone how little value the phone has. When in reality it does have 150 bucks in it technically, or in our case about 130, but you really have to leverage the fact that you have 20 bucks on them. Why wouldn't they be looking to get an extra 20 bucks? That's an extra dinner or something like that. And a phone like this, cracked, obviously they've upgraded already. They're just looking for some extra cash. And a phone that is cracked too, you just have to basically say it has to be used for parts. Especially with bad ESN phones, if you're buying phones like that, you have to leverage that the phone strictly can be used for parts, and you have to leverage that has very little value in it. So again, I went through these 3 phones. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this gives you an idea of exactly what I'm doing. So hopefully questions that are brought to me, like if I have this phone, what should I be asking for it, might be reduced. So I basically made this video because I was getting a lot of questions about how much I should be offering X phone for based on these specs, and I love to help you guys, but I'm getting a lot of messages on it, and obviously I have my own business to run here. So I hope this video helps you guys, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you are in the family, hit that little subscribe button, just that little red button below. I really appreciate the support. And if you're not in that phone flipping Facebook group, I have the link down below. You just have to answer 3 quick questions on basically how you got there, and any questions you may have, I can possibly use those for video ideas, or just shoot a PM to you and give you the answer, because some of them are a little bit simpler. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.